what they're trying to accomplish. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Did you start recording right now?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
I just figured we might as well get started. I've got stuff. I've got to go pick up my son at 4:30, which is in an hour. So I kind of got to get done.
Okay, no problem.
Just okay. Curiosity. Is your grade 99%?
No.
Are you in? Do you have an A, or are you still you have a B?
I'm barely holding on to an A. I have a 90%.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's good.
I will get there.
I have.
You will get there.
I got an 85 in my other class.
Next life.
Your next life.
Next life. Okay, let's.
What? So let's go to. Oops. Oh my gosh. Today I spent most of my day in a tortilla shop testing out my flour.
Testing out your flour?
Yeah, so I sell flour to bakeries and food manufacturers, and this one's pretty big. And so in order to know if it works, they need to test it. And I was in a bakery, a big tortilla bakery, for most of the day. It's kind of a process. I mean, a lot of things. Tortillas are much more complex than you would think. They're not easy to make. So yeah, I've been busy with that, and I got a lot of people with a lot of questions and a lot of things I got to answer. So it's been a little bit of a crazy day. It's good though. It's good.
That's cool. What other class are you taking, Greg?
It's a religion course. It's the last one I need to take. It's about the Articles of Faith. It's really good. I really enjoy it.
Do you want to become a priest?
Yeah.
I was a priest when I was 16.
Oh.
He's already been a priest.
I'm an elder right now. Do you not understand? I'm just kidding.
I'm from other church, and
oh right.
No, you're true. Not, because you're an elders quorum president. So I know you're not.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, I got the normal probability applet. Okay. Oh boy, so we got to enter this all into Excel. Did you guys do any of that, or was there one that came with it already?
Enter what into Excel?
Okay, so we have this is the same, different numbers, the same thing that was in our homework in the reading where it says PTC. I don't know what PTC is, but it's something you can taste. And they say that it's hereditary, meaning it's in your genes. Either you can or you can't. You can't learn. Okay?
Right.
So they wanted to know if it was a female-male thing or strictly hereditary. So they did a test, and they put little tabs, and you could taste it or you couldn't. Okay?
Yeah.
So we have to determine the percentage. We have to determine p hat, but there's two. There's p1, p hat 1, and p hat 2. And then there's combined. And there's x1, x2, and then combined. So that's what we have to do with this one.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I want to do. And I didn't use the right words for that, I'm sure.
For the next 9 questions.
But how many? Just 9?
It says for the next 9 questions we will use.
There are 20 on this one. Okay, that's great. Okay, for the next 9. Okay, so in our homework, it shows us how to
deal with this.
How to use what's it called? Excel to do it. So let's see. Go down to hypothesis test. So you see the numbers are different, but if you guys go to the homework, we can follow one for one, meaning it's almost the same. It's the same format that they do in the homework.
Yeah.
Just different numbers. Okay.
We have to put new numbers in there.
Yes. So because it's 9 questions, I'm gonna open up a new file on my desktop with paper.
Okay.
P hat 1 equals x1 over n1. And in this one, that is 51. Okay, so it's
51.
no, it's
52,
no.
52 over 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this one, yes, and I was saying the numbers in that. So it's 52 over 70.
Oh,
52 over 70. And then P hat 2 is over 59.
is this supposed to be a 95 confidence interval? Didn't say. Has
Doesn't say.
Oh.
Okay, so what do we got for P hat 1? Where is my calculator?
P hat 1, I have 743.743.
No, but it should be 3 decimal places.
0.743, as she said.
0.743.
Hey, Herman, how do you say a calculator in Portuguese?
Calculadora. Calculadora. Calculadora.
Calculador. Okay, it's just there's no A on the end. Okay. Thanks. My brain. Okay, and
But
P2.
I think it's female. It's calculadora because it's female.
It's what?
It's calculadora with
Calculadora.
712 for number 4.
Yep, I got 712. 0.712. Thank you very much. Okay.
712. 0.712.
Okay. Which set of hypotheses is appropriate for addressing the research question?
So P hat number 2 is 0.712.
Yes, that's what I got. Okay, this one, when you're addressing these questions, now how would you define this hypothesis test? It's got, hold on, the terms that they use are I forgot, but either way, it's P1 equals P2, P1 does not equal P2. So the null hypothesis is P1 equals P2, and the alternative hypothesis is P1 does not equal P2.
Yeah, but this one we have to find out using that internet, that Excel tool to put the information, because probably we need to get the alpha and stuff to. Oh,
This is big. This is a little more challenging. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay. So, okay, save. We'll create a 95% confidence level for P1 minus P2. Input your answers for the point estimate, margin of error, lower bound, and upper bound. Now, what would we use for this?
What do you mean, what would we use?
Well, which Excel?
We have
whatever.
confidence interval on the spreadsheet.
yep.
Crap, I don't have that open.
I had it opened, but it's disappeared.
Negative 0.123 and then
Hold on.
0.185.
Okay. So it says, what is the point estimate? So data files. Wait, no, main page.
Okay. X1 will be 52.
Wait, so hold on. Which one am I using here for? Wait, are you guys on number 6?
No, because to answer this information, we need to use this 2 sample z-test for proportion. We have to put the data in there.
Okay. Which file are we using? Is it a quantitative descriptive or inference?
Categorical data analysis.
Okay. Now open that. Okay. It's not opening.
It will.
Yeah, I know it takes a while. It takes a while for you too when you open those.
Yeah.
The categorical one.
Yeah, it takes a while. Okay.
Okay. The X1 will be 52 and 170. X2 42 and 259. Okay.
I can't remember what a point estimate is.
Point estimator is.
Hold on a second, guys. How do I mute myself here?
Oh, so
Right
that's
there.
our p hat. It's x over n, right?
Yeah, X over N.
So they're asking for, isn't that just the same thing we just gave them? Wait, I need to change to that. I don't get why they're asking for that again. Estimate for a 95% confidence interval. What is the margin of error for 95? See, and these are all stuff that you have to do by hand. Like you can't get that off of here that I know of.
Okay. Yeah. Well, now that makes sense. I mean, I can understand that. So, we were doing one proportion, but yeah, I don't know. We have to get together the information by hand and then put it in, right? Or no? Like if we do X1 is 52, and then N1, if you do it separately, then you can do 70, but you can't do more than that together. 95% interval, null hypothesis.
Yeah, but we have the two proportion there.
Okay.
Did you find the two proportion?
Oh, the two proportion. There it is. You're right.
You should have two numbers, right, for the
yeah.
point estimate.
Point estimate.
This is so confusing.
59. Confidence level. Boom. Type of test does not equal. First sample, second sample, p hat.
Get it again though. Isn't the point estimate the same as this answer up here? Or
P1, P2? Maybe the point estimate has to be P1 plus P2 over N1 plus N2. Maybe.
Okay, let me try to find here point estimator for two proportions.
So, oops. You all right? What's going on? You guys there?
Yes,
Did Tiffany go? Did Tiffany go?
Tiffany, are you there? We have two Tiffany's. Ah, okay, we have one.
One minus 1, 2 equals
Did you find the
times
formula,
point.
Tiffany?
What is going on? Hello.
Hello?
This app could not open because it didn't provide required information. Weird. Wait. 1 minus 0.712. Hi.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Minus 0.012
Can you hear us?
equals
Can you
by
hear her?
9 equals
Can you hear us?
0.00.
Oh, it says she entered left join. Okay.
Plus 0.0027278 equals you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
You need to turn on your video, Tiffany.
Yeah, we can't see you, Tiffany. What's going on? Okay.
Ah, okay. I have here the formula.
So,
Like
the formula for a point estimate.
I think it is. It's like p hat equal x1 plus x2 divided or over N1 plus N2.
Okay, say that one more time.
It's like P hat equal X1 plus X2 over N1 plus N2.
That's what I said. I thought it was. That we have to add those two. So if we do this, if we do 52 plus 42, it's combined over 70 plus 59. That equals 94, and then 125, 177, 35. No. Yes. No. So I was right, 125, 125. So then 94 divided by 125 equals 0.754. So P hat equals 0.754. Now, hold on a second, because let's scroll up a little bit. And that says that P1 is 743 and P2 is 712. What if we add those two and divide by 2? 0.743 plus 0.712 equals, divided by 2, 0.727. So it's not the same thing. That's interesting. Are you guys listening at all?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
So what we got x1 plus x2 over n1 plus n2. That equals 94 over 125, which means that the p hat is 0.754. I decided to add p1, p hat 1 plus p hat 2 and divide by 2 to see if it's the same thing. It's not. So just in case there was a relationship, maybe that would help with something, but there's none. So okay, so I got 0.754.
For which number are you on?
Number 417. Keep up, come on.
What?
Number 6. But it says, what is a point estimate for this 95% confidence interval? Now, I don't think the 95% confidence interval has any bearing on what p hat is.
So in the question though, it asks create a 95% confidence interval P1 minus P2. Did you try subtracting P2 from P1?
No.
Oh.
That's a confidence interval?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
well, we're not there yet. Minus 0.031. 0.031 is what that says. Now, hold on. So with a point estimate, that's p hat?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, the p hat p is the overall population. P hat. So p hat 1 is the first population, and p hat 2 is the second population. So we're asking for p hat in general, which is for the entire population. So that is x1 plus x2 over n1 plus n2. So that is 94 over 125. 94 divided by 125 is 0.752. Why put 4? 0.752. That's what I got. Oh. Okay, so moving on or no?
Sure, sounds good.
752. Move on. Number 7. What is a margin of error for this 95% confidence interval? Now, with that, we can use the categorical data analysis. Margin of error is
margin of error on there.
Well, it has our confidence interval. Standard deviation of a confidence interval. and the standard deviation of the hypothesis test. So we know that the margin of error is the confidence interval for P1 minus P2. That's what he's asking for, right?
Right.
We just have to add the 2 and divide.
Okay.
So it is negative 0.123 plus 0.0185. Okay, and then divided by 2 is negative 0.052. Negative 0.052. How a margin of error can be negative makes no sense to me.
Are you sure on those numbers? Okay, so you added the 2.
I'm sorry, it cannot be negative. It cannot be negative. That doesn't make any sense. So it's 0.52. So if we add, okay, so do this with me real quick. Negative 0.123 plus 0.185 is 0.062. Let me do that one more time. Okay, negative 0.123 plus 0.185 equals, what the hell, it's different every time. Negative 0.123 plus 0.185 equals 0.062.
0.062.
That divided by 2 is 0.031. So the mean here that we're looking at is 0.031. So what we did then is the difference between 0.185 and 0.031 is, because that's the upper limit. So let's do this. Let's do the upper limit minus the mean. So it's 0.185 minus 0.031. So 0.154 is the margin of error. Now let's do this. So 0.031 is the mean. So what is 0.031 minus 0.154? And it should be the lower bound, which is 0.81. And that's right. So 0.154 is the margin of error. So if we take the margin of error, 0.154, and add that to 0.031, which is the mean, we should get 0.185, and that is the upper limit of confidence interval. Therefore, that's my guess. Lower bound, negative 0.123 is the lower bound. And the upper bound is 0.185. Did you guys follow along? Did that make sense, or was I just over here talking and you guys agree with me? Which I'm cool with, by the way. I don't.
I kind of followed along, but I was trying to do the formula, and I came up with completely different information. So
I input x1, x1, n1, x2 into the 2 sampled z-test for proportions. Okay.
Okay.
And then I get p hat 1, p hat 2, which match our p hat 1, p hat 2. We did that on our own. So, yeah, we did that on our own, which gives me confidence that the confidence interval, I shouldn't have used that. I feel comfortable with our confidence interval being correct. So you did the math on your own and got something different.
For the margin of error. But I've been known to be wrong on that before.
Well, but that's worth looking into because it's not for nothing, right? So what did you get for the margin of error?
0.078.
Like 0.078. And I have 0.154. So 0.078, what do you have for the upper and lower limits then?
Upper and lower limit isn't this confidence interval for P1 and P2 minus P2.
Say that
I'm
again.
so confused.
Say that again.
The lower, the upper and lower bound isn't this minus 0.123, and
That's not correct, is what you're saying?
now I'm saying, is that correct?
That's what I have. When I use this two sample z-test for proportions.
Yeah.
So if we were to go to the homework and read, let's see, where are we with the homework? In order to determine
Why am I internet?
what would we do? I don't see where it gives us.
No, they don't give you. They say you should use the Excel to find this.
Okay, then I'm confident with the Excel.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we use that to the best of our ability, right? That's our knowledge. That's all we. Do you guys agree with how we used it? The 52 is X1, 70 is N1,
I'm
42
still
is
so
X2.
like very confused. I thought we were just
Tiffany, tell us your
my
thoughts.
internet's screwy. I thought we were just into this app and we're supposed to nation. Why are we having to look all this up?
What do you mean? This is the same format we followed in the past, isn't it? We just input the information into the sample z-test.
I'm lost. Completely lost. I was trying to plug all this information into that formula that we were given. The P1 times 1 minus P1.
But what does that give you? It just gives you the z-score, right?
So then if the margin of error is 1.54, how do we get the upper and lower bounds? Are we using the number on the spreadsheet?
Yeah. For up and lower bounds?
Stupid freaking internet. Ay, 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 ay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you.
I can hear
you
you.
hear us? She can't hear us.
Can you not hear us, Tiffany? Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how are we? So do we add and subtract that 1.154?
So, the confidence interval are the two, top and
I
bottom.
don't know if it's my internet that's crappy or.
I think it's yours.
I think I'm having internet issues.
Okay.
I had it before
I
me.
can hear you occasionally, so just talk.
Okay. So the confidence intervals are the upper and lower bound, upper and lower limit.
Yes.
But the mean of those two
So
is halfway between, right?
the upper and lower bounds.
Yes. I can't hear you, Tiffany. So the p-value is 0.693.
Yeah,
And
I believe what you did to find the mean, and if you have the mean, you have the, how can I say, the
margin of error.
margin of error.
Yeah. So the p-value is 0.693, which means that we reject or don't reject. I am never going to remember this.
Ah, okay. If it's more than the alpha,
Which it is.
which is we don't reject.
So there's insufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females is less than, no, not one, different.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Yeah.
So the top two, it cannot be. It has to be the bottom two. So there is insufficient evidence because the p-value is higher than the alpha.